Arsalan Iftikhar, international human rights lawyer and the author of Fear of a Muslim Planet, joins us now live from Sterling in Virginia. Thank you very much, Iftikhar, for joining us here on TRT World. Now, do you think this bill is likely to pass?
Well, I think, Jaffer, what's important to keep in mind with the Combating International Islamophobia Act is not only that it passes both houses of Congress here in the United States, but there's actually teeth to it, right? That whatever, special envoy is selected to monitor and combat Islamophobia, what sort of enforcement mechanisms will there be to, start to challenge a lot of the Islamophobia that we're seeing both in the United States and abroad. And a lot of it will require internally looking at what's gone on with the Republican Party in the United States here, especially since the rise of Donald Trump, who, of course, very infamously, passed the Muslim travel ban, and obviously a slew of other Republican presidential candidates who have parroted their own Islamophobia. So I'm less concerned about the legislation passing as I am with it having teeth in terms of enforcement, both internationally and domestically here in the U.S.
Now, Iftikhar, despite efforts by the international community to raise awareness about Islamophobia, it has not slowed down, especially in the western part of the world. Do you think the international community has failed in addressing this issue?
Well, I think, first of all, it's important to keep in mind that Islamophobia is international, and that's why this law is called the Combating International Islamophobia Act, because Islamophobia is not exclusive to the United States. It didn't start with Donald Trump, and it will not end with Donald Trump. We're actually seeing genocidal levels of Islamophobia all over the world, from China, who are interning over 1 million Uyghur Muslims in internment camps right next door to China. In Myanmar, we have the Rohingya Muslims, 1 million of them, who have been ethnically cleansed into neighboring Bangladesh. They were called the most persecuted people in the world by The Economist. You go right next door to India, and the rightward lurch, the authoritarian Hindutva lurch of Narendra Modi, passing his citizenship amendment bill, which strips the citizenship rights of nearly 2 to 4 million Muslims in India. You can go all across Europe. It's important to keep in mind this is happening all over the world, and this is not just about hurt feelings, Jaffer. This is about people losing their lives. It's reaching genocidal levels and is becoming normalized in many parts of the Western world, including Europe and the United States as well.
Right, so certainly this is a global issue and it requires a collective global response, correct?
Absolutely. So obviously, in addition to the United States, legislating a special envoy to monitor and combat Islamophobia, the United Nations needs to start taking global Islamophobia more seriously as well. The European Union, you look at all the countries of Europe today, from France to Holland to Hungary. You're seeing the rise of right-wing ethno-nationalists with people like Marine Le Pen in France with the National Front or Front National, to Geert Wilders in Holland, Viktor Orban in Hungary, all using Islamophobic anti-Muslim political playbooks and dog whistles. Even in Poland, Muslims represent less than 1% of the Polish population, but Muslims are a top political issue in every presidential election. And so understanding that, this demonization of 2 billion Muslims, 1/4 of the world's population, is actually going to really, dictate the path that we're going to take as a global human race.
All right, Arsalan Iftikhar, thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World.